We've all been there. In a blink we judge, a spilled coffee, a missed deadline, a forgotten promise. Instantly we react. We attribute motives, often assuming the worst. But what if we hit the pause button? What if we considered that there might be more to the story than meets the eye? This rapid-fire assessment can lead us astray, especially in social situations. We jump to conclusions, misinterpreting innocent mistakes as malicious intent, eroding trust, and creating unnecessary conflict. Think about a time when you were unfairly judged. Remember the frustration, the hurt, the desire to explain yourself. Now flip the script. Consider a time when you misjudged someone's actions, only to discover later that your initial perception was wrong. Mistakes are an inevitable part of life. We all make them, from minor slip-ups to major blunders. Yet our reactions to these mistakes can vary wildly depending on the context and the individuals involved. A misplaced phone might be a source of amusement, while a forgotten anniversary could trigger a relationship crisis. Consider the workplace. A colleague might miss a deadline due to a family emergency, but without knowing the full story, we might assume laziness or a lack of commitment, leading to resentment and strained relationships. Similarly, in personal relationships, a friend's forgotten birthday might be perceived as a sign of not caring, when in reality it could simply be a result of forgetfulness or a particularly hectic week. Our digital lives add another layer of complexity. A misinterpreted text message, a misconstrued social media post. These can all snowball into major misunderstandings. The lack of nonverbal cues online makes it even easier to misinterpret tone and intent, leading to conflicts that could have been easily avoided with a simple conversation. Section 3. The empathy advantage. So how do we break free from this cycle of judgment and misinterpretation? The answer lies in cultivating empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about stepping outside of our own narrow perspective and trying to see the world through the eyes of another person. Empathy doesn't mean condoning bad behavior or letting people off the hook for their mistakes. It simply means trying to understand the reasons behind their actions. When we approach situations with empathy, we're less likely to jump to conclusions. We're more likely to ask questions, listen to explanations, and consider alternative perspectives. This can lead to greater understanding, stronger relationships, and a more compassionate world. Section 4. A world without assumptions. Imagine a world where we approach each other with a presumption of good intent. A world where we give each other the benefit of the doubt, where we assume that most people are doing the best they can with the information and resources they have. When we stop assuming the worst about others, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We create space for genuine connection, for understanding, for forgiveness. This doesn't mean we become naive or gullible. It simply means we shift our default setting from suspicion to curiosity. Instead of immediately assuming the worst, we ask ourselves, what else could be going on here? What might I be missing? This shift in perspective can lead to more productive conversations, stronger relationships, and a greater sense of peace and understanding in our lives. Section 5. The ripple effect of understanding. The benefits of choosing understanding over judgment extend far beyond our individual interactions. When we practice empathy and compassion in our daily lives, we contribute to a more positive and supportive social environment. Our actions, however small, have a ripple effect, influencing those around us and creating a more harmonious world. Think about it. When someone treats us with understanding, even when we make mistakes, it inspires us to do the same for others. It creates a chain reaction of kindness and compassion that can spread throughout our communities and beyond. Moreover, by fostering a culture of understanding, we encourage people to be more open and honest about their struggles. When people feel safe to admit their mistakes without fear of judgment, it creates an environment of trust and support. Section 6. The freedom of forgiving. Finally, let's not forget the importance of forgiveness. When we hold on to anger and resentment over past mistakes, we only hurt ourselves. Forgiveness is not about condoning bad behavior, it's about freeing ourselves from the burden of the past and moving forward with our lives. When we forgive others, we release ourselves from the negative emotions that hold us back. We open our hearts to compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and for the people who have wronged us. By choosing to see beyond these mistakes and focus on the inherent goodness within each of us, we create a brighter, more compassionate, and more forgiving world for ourselves and for generations to come.